Nature's greatest gift to us is the existence of genuine masterpieces as well as the most artistic artwork. Humans' artistic abilities are worthy of repaying what has been bestowed upon them by the greatest artists above it. Art in the Philippines refer to all of the art forms that have been established and acquired in the Philippines ever since country's inception period to the modern day. They represent the diversity of artistic factors on the nation's culture along with the indigenous forms of the arts and also how these effects have honed the country's arts. These arts are classified into two categories, the traditional arts and non-traditional arts. Each brand is further subdivided in two categories and subcategories. The National Commission for Culture and the Arts or NCCA is the Philippines cultural agency that has classified Filipino arts as traditional and non-traditional. Each category is subdivided into different arts which has its own subcategory. Folk architecture in the Philippines varies greatly depending on ethnic group, with structures made of bamboo, wood, rock, coral, rattan, grass, and other materials. The hut-style Bahay Kubo, which uses vernacular mediums in construction, the highland houses, which can have 4 to 8 sides depending on the ethnic association, and the coral houses of Batanes, which protect the natives from the harsh, sandy winds of the area are all examples of these abodes. Folk architecture also includes religious structures known as spirit houses, which are shrines to protective spirits or gods. Most are open-air, house-like structures made of local material.
These structures, traditionally made of wood chosen by elders and craft folks, were used as the main vehicle of the people. Maritime transports includes boat houses, boat making, and maritime traditions. The banca has been used to transport goods and other essential needs by the people living by the coast. Balanga is a type of large log boat, building by joining planks edge to edge using pins, dowels, and fiber lashings. The oldest balangay are Butuan boats. Balangay were the first wooden watercraft excavated in Southeast Asia. The balangay is a finely built boat designed by long-distance navigation, made without the use of blueprints and was thought to be made from one generation to another, using an ancient technique that has been preserved and still employed by boatmakers of Sibuto Island. The boat was first mentioned in the 16th century in the Chronicles of Pigafetta and is known as the oldest watercraft found in the Philippines. The balangay is a symbol of solidarity, harmony, determination, courage, bravery, and resilience of the Filipino community. The balangay deserves its rightful place, not only in the museum but more importantly in the consciousness of every Filipino.
Weaving is a textile manufacturing technique in which two sets of yarns or threads are intertwined at right angles to make a fabric or cloth. It is an old art form that is still practiced in the Philippines today, with different weaving techniques used by different ethnic groups. Basket weaving, backstrap loom weaving, headpiece weaving, fishnet weaving, and other types of weaving are some of the weaving arts. Backstrap looming is a complicated and demanding procedure used to create expensive textiles. Fibers such as cotton, abaca, banana fiber, grass, and palm fiber are used in the Filipino weaving arts. Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Elisa Magnayon Gray wore the Tinalak fabrics from Land of Dream Weavers, South Cotabato, designed by Filipino by Nino Franco.
Basketry. The fine art of basket weaving in the Philippines has developed intricate designs and forms directed for specific purposes such as harvesting, rice storage, travel package, sword case, and so on. The art is believed to have arrived in the archipelago due to human migration, where those at the north were the first to learn the art form. Basketry is making interlaced things, mainly containers out of flexible vegetable fibers such as twigs, grasses, bamboo, and rushes. Carving, like wood carving and folk non-clay sculpture, is a piece of art or pattern that has been carved out of stone or wood. It is to carve fretwork with attention and precision. Wood carving is a technique utilized in fused both indigenous and Hispanic styles, creating a fusion of Hispanic Asian wood art. Paeta Laguna is among the most famous wood carving places in the country, especially in religious Hispanic wood carving. Any type of wood sculpting, from decorative bas relief on the little things to life-size figures in the round, furniture and architectural ornamentation is considered as wood carving.
Stone carving. Stone carving is an age-old form of sculpture whereby pieces of natural stone are fashioned by the removal of stone in a predetermined way to achieve a specific design. In the Philippines, stone carving is a prized art form even before the arrival of Western colonizers, as seen in stone likha and laruan or tao-tao, which are crafted by the natives. These sculptures usually represent either an ancestor or deity who aids the spirit of a loved one to go into the afterlife properly. Ivory carving is the carving of ivory, which could be an animal tooth or tusk, generally by using sharp cutting tools either mechanically or manually. In the country, ivory carving has been practiced for more than 1,000 years, with the oldest known ivory artifact called the Butuan ivory seal, which dated from 19th to 12th century. The religious carvings of ivory, locally known as garing, became widespread after the direct importation of ivory into the Philippines from mainland Asia, where carvings focused on Christian icons such as Madonna with Child, the Christ Child, and the Sorrowful Mother.
Folk graphic arts stand out with their artistic distinctiveness. Clear, logically balanced composition, decorative expressive line, monumentality, harmony of background elements and plastic, and color interaction of figures. Plastic arts are art forms which involve physical manipulation of a plastic medium by molding or modeling, such as sculpture or ceramics. Less often, the term may be used broadly for all the visual arts such as painting, sculpture, film, and photography, as opposed to literature and music. Folk paintings, like folk drawings, are works of art that usually include depictions of folk culture. It is rooted in traditions that come from community and culture, expressing cultural identity by conveying shared community values and aesthetics.
The Pintadas Festival is annually celebrated on the 29th of June in Tacloban City, Leyte, to honor the Señor Santo Niño or Holy Child. The word Pintados refers to the body tattoos of the native warriors, which represented courage and beauty. At that time, getting tattoos was painful and open to the risk of infection. Therefore, a man who faced the dangers of tattooing and lived was considered strong and brave. In addition, he had to earn his status by fighting wars and battles. Being a pintado was also a status symbol. The highest rank or bravest warriors were heavily tattooed from head to toe. In the province of Kalinga, there is a Filipino tattoo artist who often described as the last and oldest mambabatok. Her name is Apo Wangod. She has been tattooing for the past 80 years, including headhunters of the indigenous tribe at the beginning of her long career. Pottery is the process and the products of forming vessels and other objects with clay and other ceramic materials, which are fired at high temperatures to give them a hard and durable form. Major types include earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. The Monongol jar found in Palawan is considered to be one of the finest Philippine pre-colonial artworks ever produced and a masterpiece of Philippine ceramics.
Here are the following traditional arts. Folk performing arts including dances, dramas, and plays. Folk literature, which is done orally, are songs, myths, and epics. The ornament, textile, or fiber art consists of hat making, mask making, accessory making, and the ornamental metal crafts. We also have other artistic expressions of traditional culture, including non-ornamental metal crafts, martial arts, supernatural healing arts, medical arts, constellation traditions, and more. Traditional Filipino arts have been raised in the international arena thanks to our Miss Universe 2018 and the fourth Filipino who won the prestigious title, Miss Catriona Gray. She named the national costume Luz Viminda, which toured over the country and made it into one masterpiece. Every part of her costume represents particular culture or belief on an island. As a Filipinos, it is important for us to preserve and promote to younger generations how beautiful and colorful our culture and tradition by forming arts that we can proudly show internationally.